Welcome to everybody. We have such a full day that we're going to try desperately to keep the train rolling on time, and the first way of doing that is to start at the starting time, which is coming. So if everybody can get a seat, we can get moving. We will expect to have a pretty full house today. Right now you see a few gaps at the tables, but as people continue to roll in, recognize that we've had over 400 people have registered for this energy summit, which just is extremely gratifying to see that larger number of people who are really interested in the energy issues we'll be discussing. If we reflect a moment, there's some very big things happening in the energy area. Some of them are happening more slowly and some of them maybe more dramatically. But if you pay attention, some very big important things are happening. Right now, it's becoming quite clear that it's really hard for anybody to say global climate change isn't real. We've had, unfortunately, some members of Congress who insist on saying that, some members of the public. But we now have a mounting evidence that climate change is real and is associated with the use of energy, which again underlies the need for a clean energy system, energy efficiency, as well as the cleaner supplies of energy. We have several really extremely well-done reports that have come out. The IPCC and the National Climate Assessment have both now documented that global climate change is real. It's impacting us now. And it's associated with, for those of us in my generation, you all remember Pogo. Pogo's most famous line, "We've met the enemy and he are us." Well, that's becoming clear. Second, we have a drought in California. I don't think anybody's saying that's a direct cause of the, as a proven direct cause of the climate change we have, but it's suggestive of the future circumstances we're going to have to get used to. Policies are being implemented. I don't think anybody has missed the announcement that EPA's Rule 111D rules on existing power plants, the power plant carbon reductions, including the reductions on the rate of carbon dioxide from the existing electric generating system and the energy efficiency programs, all to be rolled in. And those states will be implementing over the next year or so, state implementation plans, assuming that the multitude of court challenges to this are not successful. California's cap and trade system is operational. We're seeing the prices that are coming out of them, pretty low prices, but it's operational, it's working. People are now fighting over the revenues and allocating them. I'll try not to be political by saying I think that some of the expenditures on high-speed rail have really nothing to do with reducing carbon dioxide, but I'm not supposed to say that because I'm supposed to be apolitical at this moment. CPUC is changing the structure of electricity rates and associated with the development of distributed renewables, particularly solar. So federal and state policies are changing, and that's going to be significant for all of us. The energy world itself is changing through private sector initiatives. We have a revolution now in the ways we can extract and use natural resources. We'll hear about that at lunch. Natural gas, absolutely a game changer. North America is well on the way to becoming self-sufficient in oil and gas. New energy technologies and energy-using technologies may become game changers, and we have this book out here called Game Changers by George Schultz and Robert Armstrong. Everybody who's registered for the conference is entitled to one of these, one only. They're at the back table there, and there'll be somebody who can give you a book. You should pick it up. It's pretty hot off the press. This book was publicly released earlier this week. So you've got something very hot off the press, and that's available for each of you. Really looks at the new energy technologies that may be changing the game. We have a growth in the implementation of wind and solar. With the decline of the solar production firms, but with a rapid growth in the solar installation firms as we import the solar from China. There's a revolution in lighting going on. If anybody is thinking of buying an incandescent light, you're making a mistake. LEDs are absolutely the way of going now. They become cost-effective with good quality light. It's a revolution you're going to be seeing all over the place. And then in the analytical area, big data is becoming ubiquitous, and companies are actually figuring out how to use them. We have smart meters in which utilities have spent billions of dollars and spend hundreds of dollars figuring out how to use those meters, but other organizations are going beyond figuring out how to use the big data from those. Most of these issues are going to be on the table for discussions today. If you look through the program, you will see almost all of these issues reflected. The issues will be in 3 rooms, and in your program, you notice that there's 3 columns when you look at the agenda, and at the head of the column tells you the location of the sessions. This is McCaw Hall, so some will be in here. Those that are in the Fisher Conference Center is a long walk down the other end of the hall to the other end of the building. We've given you time in between sessions to get there, but not a lot of time. No dawdling. You guys done? Talk as you walk. We have communication today, I'm very pleased, through many different channels. We'll have the session presenters, as you have it at most conference. We have members of the media who will be here creating both blogs and more conventional media. The Stanford station KZSU will be broadcasting live at the session at the end of the day. Twitter feeds, you've seen the hashtag SVES. For those of you who are into tweeting, we have a hashtag set up, and we have a monitor in the back there, so all of the Twitter feeds are coming up on the monitor so that while you're outside, you may check that out. We have a communication through art, and this is, I'm very pleased with doing this because it's just one more dimension. Is Michael Killen here, there, standing up, Michael Killen. You've seen his environmental art as he walked in. You've only seen a small sample of what he's done. And we've been pleased that he's been willing to share that with the conference. So what I hope is when you have a chance, go meet Michael. He will most of the time be by his paintings, and he's very generously offered to make them available, as well as his conversations with the state and having some of them displayed at the Capitol and elsewhere in Sacramento. You should have all received George Shultz's book, Another Way of Communicating About What's Going On. So communication is sort of the name of what we've been all about in this conference. I'd like to recognize the program committee right now and ask all the members of the program committee to stand, and I'm going to be reading your names. Just all stand up right now, members of the program committee, and then wave your hand as I call your name. Jeff Byron from Clean Tech Open, Mark Golden, Precourt Energy Efficiency Center, Mariana Grossman, Sustainable Silicon Valley, Barbara Haydorn, SRI International, Mukesh Khattar, Oracle, Sarah Jo Manson, Precourt Energy Efficiency Center, you've probably all seen her. Pedro Mocrian, Mayfield Fund. Well, some of our program committee is coming slowly, but Anurunda Munshi from Sundraft Energy. Ralph Rennie, who isn't in town, NetApp, because his company made the bad decision of saying he actually has to work today and be out at some of the facilities he's managing. Heather Richmond from Greenlight Strategies. Murek Samotij in the back, Electric Power Research Institute. Susan Sweeney, Conference Consultants. Margaret Taylor, Precourt Energy Efficiency Center. Chuck Wilhelm, and Light Energy, and Chuck Wilhelm and Associates. This group has been working since fall to put this together, and I want to thank them. That's really been the heart of what's created this activity. We have many student volunteers helping. Look for the student label on the name tag. Take an opportunity to meet them. They're all students interested in energy. And besides, they'll all soon be on the job market. If you're looking for good quality employees, go check around. Other thanks to sponsors. You see the logo loop going through of our sponsors, but I want to particularly thank our silver sponsors, as well as thanking all of them. Fine Light, Noble Americas, Silicon Valley Power, have all stepped up to help make this financially possible. So thank you to all of the sponsors.